Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and that you had a great Christmas break. Even if you don't celebrate the season, I hope you took the opportunity to spend quality time with loved ones. If you didn't see my community tab on New Year's Day, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you a healthy, happy and prosperous 2025. It's going to be a very interesting one from what I can see so far. But before we get into that, let me greet you properly. To all of my house guests, welcome. Come in, make yourselves at home, make yourselves comfortable. I'm actually filming from a different location today, as you can see. It's my daughter's apartment she's renting while she's in London, and she kindly said I can use it to film. If you're passing by and you'd like to become a house guest, don't forget to hit subscribe and activate all of your notifications. I'm Chez, this is Chez M0i. Welcome to my place. One of the things that I like about Meghan is her ability to be very low-key about the project she's working on behind the scenes, and then make her subtle announcements when she's ready to launch them. On New Year's Day, the internet was buzzing with excitement about Meghan's new Instagram account. When I saw her account on that same afternoon, she had 397,000 followers. By the time I upload this video, that number will have increased exponentially, particularly as it has been deemed newsworthy.
And Meghan Markle has returned to Instagram. The Duchess of Sussex, who has not had a personal account on the social media site since her engagement in 2018, welcomed in the new year with this video filmed by Prince Harry.
We've since learned that her new IG account is a precursor to her new Netflix series, With Love, Meghan, airing on the 15th of January. Needless to say, this quickly became a topic of conversation on UK daytime TV 2 days later. Have a listen to these different perspectives.
Okay, now listen.
Yeah.
We've teased this morning.
Yeah.
Meghan Markle's trailer. You're going to be talking to us about. There's a bit of a surprise. We've unexpected look at her first new Netflix TV series.
Yeah.
Shall we have a look?
Yeah.
I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it, surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them. I'm going to share some little tips and tricks. I see what color I gravitate to, and everything goes from there. And how you incorporate these practices every day. That's what you want. You want that shape and texture.
Come on. Well, it feels to me very like Martha Stewart-esque, like, you know, the homemaker, the luxury, the elegance.
I mean, it's a proper lifestyle show. That's
Go on,
what
then.
we know
What do we know about it?
It's a proper lifestyle show. It comes out on Netflix on the 15th of Jan. It's all about basically like things that she gets up to in her world, all right? There's beekeeping, there's gardening, there's crafts, there's cooking. All of your favourite things around here, yeah?
Yeah, if you had the time,
This is it. But basically, she posted it on her Instagram account promoting it because she is back on the gram for the first time in a long time. I mean, this has been about 5 years since we've seen like a post like that from, she did one from her and Harry's joint account back like 5 years ago. But then now she's back, starting off 2025. There was a video that was uploaded yesterday. Apparently Harry filmed the video as well. It's giving 2025 vibes. It's giving like, yeah.
She's really back.
New year, new me, I'm back.
And I noticed on the Instagram post, this one, that Oprah Winfrey had liked it. And of
Just
course,
casually, as you do.
You know,
The first like
that
as
big
well.
interview that they did with her, you know, Harry and Meghan, we all know the relationship there. And of course, Meghan, I suppose, now will be hoping for Oprah's seal of approval to this big Netflix show.
Exactly, because I mean, Oprah was the person that did the interview, you know, during that time, and then also they've visited their Oprah's house like quite a few times. So loads of people are asking the question, you know, will Meghan be asked to go on Oprah's podcast?
Yes.
And then also a load of people asking questions saying, like, because it's a sort of lifestyle show as well, could Meghan be the new Oprah? I mean, it's a bold statement, guys.
Well,
It's a really bold
Oprah's,
statement.
we don't need a new Oprah. We've
Exactly.
got
Oprah's
haven't we?
there.
Meghan can be the new Meghan.
Meghan could be the new Meghan.
But in the trailer, it gives us a hint. Well, there's lots. I recognise Mindy Kaling in it. But
Kelly
there are
Kapoor from The Office.
but
Oh,
there's-
she's amazing.
She's amazing. But there's lots of other sort of famous women in it, I think. Aren't there? Like, what's their friends?
So Abigail Spencer, who was a Suits co-star, also features within it as well.
That's who it is.
That's who it is,
I recognised her. Yes.
And then you've also got her sister / fellow polo wife, Delphina Blaquier. She's wife to professional polo player as well, Nacho Figueres. He's basically good friends with Harry, was in a couple of the other Netflix creations as well.
Oh.
Harry and Meghan, he was in that one. He was in Harry's polo documentary as well.
Right.
All like the nearest essentially throughout it. Daniel Martin, her makeup artist as well, who's been with her since like the Suits days. So it's like featuring loads of different faces throughout. But I mean,
And Harry makes an
Harry
appearance
makes
in the
a
trailer, a quick one.
he's
though.
there, yeah. They're on like the patio, they're cheersing, like sort of enjoying at their house in Montecito. But it's an £80 million contract they signed with Netflix back in 2020, and that's for 4 creations as to which they've done so far. They've had Harry and Meghan, they've had Heart of Invictus, Live to Lead, Polo, and then now this one,
Now,
Meghan with
the
Love.
big surprise of it all is that you think that this is an insight into Meghan's life, which it kind of is, but it's not her. What's going on? Where was it filmed?
So it's filmed in an Airbnb.
Right.
But I mean, you say it's an insight to her life, but I mean, she's not going to film it just like casually waking up in her dressing gown and going down to the kitchen. Do you
Why
know what I mean?
not?
It's
Why not?
Netflix, all right? £80 million contract. We've got more money in the budget. No, it's an Airbnb. It's a $20 million property. Owned by a couple of philanthropists as well. And they've got, these philanthropists, Tom and Sherry, they're both in their 70s. They have a £20 million property portfolio. They have loads of different businesses and a massive kitchen, which is what Meghan's filming in.
Wow. Well, I don't suppose you want a crew of Netflix sort of camera crew in your house and you've got 2 little kids.
Nigella Lawson, nobody films in their kitchen.
No,
It's always
exactly.
an Airbnb.
Exactly. Now listen. Cool.
We were talking about her Instagram yesterday, and she was running off into the sea and writing 2025 into the sand.
Lovely
What does
twos,
it
as
mean?
you said. Lovely twos.
Lovely
Yeah.
handwriting. We were trying to work out what this means. It seems like we know today, don't we, Mercy?
Yes, that's right. So she's dropped this glitzy trailer on Instagram because she's got a new Netflix deal for a show. It's going to be called With Love, Meghan. And it's basically kind of an at-home with Meghan experience. She's going to be talking about wellness. She's going to have guests on. She's going to be sort of telling people how they can improve their well-being. It's due to air on January the 15th, and it will be 8:33-minute episode. However, it has been controversial. We always know that when there's a story involving Meghan, it's controversial. First of all, it's not filmed in her own home. So it's at home with Meghan. It's
But not at
not in
her
her own home, a very expensive Airbnb, £5 million mansion down the road from where she lives. And I think it's controversial because for me, you know, this idea that celebrities who live, I think she lives in like a 16-bedroom mansion in Montecito or something like that. And celebrities who have millions of pounds at their disposal, they come along and they kind of tell the ordinary people, this is how you can live well. Well, yeah, you can live well when you have millions of pounds at your disposal.
Come on.
No, but I agree. From the Kardashians do it, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Look, before we judge, quickly, should we have a look at what this
Let's have
actually
a
looks
look.
like?
Like, I'd watch that. That's escapism. And sometimes TV is a bit of a fib. Not a real fire. Okay? We create scenarios to give people some escapism, and that's all it is, you know.
No, I just think, you know, the tone for me, because given how controversial she is, she's been accused of being pretentious many times before. I mean, the chopping board she's using costs 60 quid. There's a salad bowl. It says salad owl. Retails for £280.
Yeah, no one's spending
I know, but it's just that, you know.
It's aspirational. Listen, the reality is she's got a brand. She has to make money. She's using her brand and her personality to make cash for her family. And let's be clear, if you saw my house after Christmas, I wouldn't want anyone in my house. I don't hire an Airbnb, right? So the reality is that I don't mind the fact that she's making money. She's going to use her influence, hopefully, to bring to the fore some interesting subjects, particularly mainly amongst women, potentially, around women's health. Yeah. I think that's a good thing to do.
And I think if she does use the platform for some good, it's not just sort of celebrities sat around, you know, talking about really high-end things and just like things that normal people can't relate to. That will be quite irritating to many people. But I think if she can raise awareness of particular issues, because she does care about social justice issues, then fine. But nobody's arguing with her. I do want her to... I'm all for everybody making money and supporting their families.
This is good.
That's not the problem.
There's so much immediate... Anytime she does anything, I don't understand the immediate vitriol.
Exactly.
It's negativity immediately, like, give her a chance.
Yeah, she does
get...
I don't
know why.
She's a woman, she's a mum, she wants to make some money, she wants to use her platform. And if Netflix have got a big check to give her, I'm not going to say no. I don't expect her to do
Mercy's
so.
not buying this argument.
It's not my type of show, I don't think.
No, I know what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. I think Meghan gets a hard time. We shouldn't just jump on this and hate it. Yeah. But in general, celebrities telling us how to do the mundane, everyday things is a bit patronising.
Not another celebrity podcast, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, the viewers disagree because everyone's watching it, aren't they?
And I bet you it's a huge hit.
There you go.
I bet it's a huge
The market will decide.
There you go.
Unsurprisingly, the nonsensical nitpickers found fault with Meghan's Instagram post by pointing out something they objected to in the sand. In the sand. I can't tell you what it is, because my time is precious and there are much more interesting aspects to talk about. The nonsensical nitpickers also had objections to Meghan's new show.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Meghan McCain went nuclear on Meghan Markle over her tone-deaf trailer for her upcoming Netflix cooking lifestyle series with Love Meghan, essentially saying that Meghan is out of touch considering everything that's going on in this country right now. McCain was reacting to the promo for her Netflix show in which Meghan shows off her culinary skills with her smiley friends in a fancy kitchen that screams privilege. Meghan McCain, in her words, "I was originally a Meghan Markle supporter. I thought she was cool, stylish, and refreshing. Like the rest of the world, my opinion changed when she disrespected the royal family. Now that she wants to be American again instead of British aristocracy, what she seems to forget is Americans want real, raw, uncensored. All of this, even the trailer, is highly curated, produced, and out of touch. There have been 2 terror attacks in 2 days. Major wars raging, and Americans can't pay for groceries. We are a country in rage, uncertainty, and intensity right now. This concept is ill-advised. I would have told her to do a show helping bring fresh food to food deserts in low-income neighborhoods. Do something to help people instead of your ego. This is why the world doesn't like you. Nothing else. Just completely and utterly tone deaf to the moment. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. First of all, it's not the world that doesn't like her. It's your type that doesn't like her, Meghan. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Yeah, we know why you don't like her. Yeah, you mad because Harry didn't choose you. Yeah, tell the truth and shame the devil. Yeah, that's what you're mad about. Just like the rest of them out there in the UK. They didn't like that skin color. Yeah, they didn't like that mix. Because she's highly popular and you're not. Yeah, you're tired of hearing her name. That's right. She got the man you wanted. That's right. Yeah, you couldn't get him. You couldn't get a dude on that level. That's why you hate her. That's why you don't like her. Yeah, I know the truth. How you gonna get mad at somebody doing a damn food show? A show about food and life. The title of the show is With Love. How you gonna get mad about somebody doing a damn show about with love, called With Love? They start the whole show off with love. And all these people, when people are doing something lighthearted, when people are cracking jokes, making fun or whatever, you know, being humorous, having a good time, why is it that you so-called serious mother always got something slick to say? Well, you know, we got wars going on. People can't buy groceries. We got 2 terror attacks. And you out here doing a cooking show? Have your ass ever heard of walking and chewing bubblegum at the same time? You don't know what that woman got invested in what's going on in the world today. You don't know what kind of contributions she's made to assist families in need. You don't know what she got going on. But we know what you got going on. A whole bunch of hate, Meghan. That's right, Meghan McCain. The only reason why you got on is because of your daddy name. That's right. That's right. At least she made her own way. Yeah, married into the royal family, took her to the next level. But at least she already had a name for herself. She carved out her own path for herself. In fact, that's how dude found her. Yeah, what about you, Meghan? What have you done? How did you get on? Your daddy. That's how you got on. Nepotism. So what are you doing? We got 2 terror attacks in the last couple of days. We got a couple of wars going on. What are you doing to help the people besides running your trap? So stop acting like there's some type of sense of urgency in America. Like we're in some type of crisis situation that we're recognizing. Get out of here with that nonsense. Yeah, I see you. I know your type. I know your type. So you can act like it ain't about race all you want to, but we know it is because you ain't calling nobody else out. You ain't calling nobody else out that look like you about stuff like that. You ain't being that petty with them. Yeah, but let some black person that black people mostly like, let them do something. And you got an opinion about everything. You and those who are like you. That's right, I said it. I know your type. I know your type, and I know why you don't like her. You can't control her. So y'all like to control everything and everybody. And when people that have that darker hue don't bow down and kiss the ring, ooh, it runs you hot. Meghan, you may have the weight of your daddy's name holding you down, but you don't have an ounce of his character.
Some of you guys know who this is. This is Ingrid Seward, a staunch royalist and editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine. She's also a sour-faced madam who wants, with every fibre of her being, to see Meghan fail. In this cynically shady report from ITV Lunchtime News, you'll hear her insignificant contribution.
And New Year, new Netflix show for Meghan. The Duchess of Sussex used her return to Instagram to plug an 8-part series called With Love, Meghan. It's a lifestyle show in which we can see her in the kitchen, the garden, and even doing a spot of beekeeping. But so far, Harry seems to be taking more of a back seat in this latest glimpse into the couple's lives. So what does it all mean for brand Sussex? Sharon Thomas has more.
Looking as glamorous and glossy as most of us do in the kitchen, the Duchess of Sussex is taking centre stage once again. The former actress turned royal is launching a new cooking show, which promises an at-home with Meghan experience, although it's reportedly filmed at a mansion close to the California home that she shares with husband Prince Harry, who features in the trailer for a blink and you'll miss him moment. She turns her hand to gardening and tends to some bees. It comes a day after she launched her personal Instagram account with a short video filmed by her husband of her laughing on a beach in Montecito.
Meghan is unpopular, so if they don't like her, they won't switch on, and if they do like the content, well, then they'll switch on and it'll be a success. But she has to get people to like her in this program, not just the food.
Our security was being pulled.
Attempts to reposition brand Meghan has seen mixed success. Whilst the Harry and Meghan documentary series was watched by nearly 30 million households, the Duchess's Spotify podcast Archetypes was discontinued. Her Netflix series Pearl was axed, and her American Riviera Orchard lifestyle brand, focusing on food, home and garden, has faced a number of hurdles.
We're not in the pursuit of perfection. Woke us all up. We're in the pursuit of joy.
And also, presumably, in pursuit of viewers when the show launches this month. Viewers who could determine if it has some magic ingredients to sprinkle on brand Sussex. Sharon Thomas, ITV News.
Now guys, this is the point at which I scratch my head, because these individuals always seem to stumble into Meghan's inevitable trap, which she actually didn't set herself. What do I mean by that? Meghan doesn't need to employ an army of PR gurus for her commercial ventures, because her haters are her premier promoters, whether they're aware of it or not. It's kind of similar to the YouTube platform. Many people who leave unpleasant comments under a video don't seem to understand that the algorithm makes no distinction between a negative comment and a positive comment. As far as the algorithm is concerned, a comment constitutes engagement. That's what it understands. More engagement means that the video will be exposed to more people. And more views means more revenue. So, Meghan's haters, who appear to be devoid of common sense, don't seem to realise that they're contributing to her wealth, because their vain attempts to sabotage her are actually counterintuitive. As Tim Campbell stated on This Morning, people are going to watch her show. A small proportion of those people will watch purely out of curiosity or just to criticise, which I think is fair to say will be reflective of her Instagram following. However, what I also think is fair to assume is that the vast majority of her Instagram followers and those who will watch her show are Meghan's bona fide supporters who always want to see her win. As I scanned social media to see what was being said about Harry and Meghan at the close of 2024, I was not surprised by the results. This particular thumbnail caught my attention more than once, but I'm not able to give you an overview of the video's contents because I refused to watch it. Therefore, purely based on the thumbnail alone, let's look at the word setback. According to vocabulary.com, the definition of setback is an unfortunate happening that hinders or impedes, something that is thwarting or frustrating. Now, if you're a regular house guest, you'll know that it's not a rare occurrence for me to question the integrity of certain individuals who would have you believe that they are journalists. I question their integrity for numerous reasons, including their lack of comprehension of the English language. Here is Archwell Foundation's Impact Report for 2024. Now, you can't really see it on screen, so you may want to just head over to their website at some point and read the report for yourself. Evidently, the way we interpret the word setback is completely different to how these media types interpret the word setback. This actually piqued my curiosity. Because if you believe that a person, a couple or an organisation is completely useless, serves absolutely no purpose and is totally incapable of attaining any level of success, would you want to have any association with them whatsoever? I know I wouldn't, guys. As you can see from this video capturing highlights from the Foundation's activities,
a safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
Because when you show up in community, You find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Every single one of you inspire me and you inspire us every single day. So please continue to be there to support each other. Here's the 25.
Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have been positively affected and fully benefited from Harry and Meghan's commitment to and engagement with their numerous projects. One such event is Invictus 2025, taking place in Whistler in early February. Meticulous preparation has gone into this event, and I'm looking forward to talking about this as well as several other events during the coming months. I'm in absolutely no doubt that 2025 will be even more impactful as the Sussexes continue to do what they do, and the people who assist them and help them to develop this entity further will also be a part of their continuing success story. So guys, it would seem that the intentions of Meghan's detractors have not diminished in any way. Doesn't matter if it's a new year. Their efforts are intensifying. They want her to fail. That's the general consensus. Let's talk about failures for a minute. In the news item, you heard them refer to Spotify, the Spotify project. Just because Harry and Meghan no longer have that relationship, why is that a failure? How can someone who had a podcast that was #1 in multiple territories for a sustained period of time be a failure? If that's failure, can I have some of that, please? I'd love that. And I find it so odd, because I can't think of another word, that when it comes to Meghan, whatever she does, it's always concentrated in the area of negativity. You have people like Richard Branson, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, the latter two being quite topical. They've all had multiple business failures, but they're still uber successful. Meghan, albeit on a smaller scale, the challenges are no less different. But what all four have in common is that they are not sitting in a corner crying about their failures. They look for alternative ways to reach the goal that they want to reach, or they pivot and they go in a different direction. And when you talk about Netflix, her detractors refer to this failed relationship or this difficult relationship with Netflix. I mean, look at all the shows that Harry and Meghan have released under that contract. You've got another one coming up in 2 weeks' time that everyone's talking about. So how is that a failure? No one who's a successful business person has 100% success rate. So for these people in media, whether it's social media or mainstream media, for them to give you the impression that Meghan is supposed to have 100% success rate is delusional, because no one does, not even the richest man in the world. Be realistic. Be realistic, people. Meghan's business focus existed long before she met Harry. People seem to forget, or they don't want to acknowledge more accurately, that Meghan came into the royal family as a woman of independent means. Unlike others that I could mention, So surely that establishes a template for success. She doesn't need her husband's money. She never did. And I make reference to Harry's memoir Spare, where he talks about Charles saying there's not enough money to support Meghan. Meghan didn't beg you for money, Charles. She didn't ask you for any money, even though it's your duty to support both your sons and their families financially. Harry and Meghan made it easy for you when they left. Harry and Meghan made it easy for you when they left because they're not depending on you for their finances. And it brings me to an Instagram post that I saw, I think it was at the beginning of the week. I can't remember who posted it. If I find it, I'll put it on the screen. Basically, a comparison was drawn between Meghan and Kate and the amount they spend on their clothes. As you would expect, the narrative surrounding Meghan's level of spending was disparaging, and the narrative surrounding Kate's level of spending was complimentary. I don't know why, because Kate is not using her money to buy her clothes. We're the ones paying for her clothes as UK taxpayers. Meghan is paying for her own clothes. So where is the comparison? Someone needs to explain that to me, because that does not make sense at all. It's perfectly acceptable. This is what I can't wrap my head around. It's perfectly acceptable for Kate to rely on the money received from taxpayers, us in the UK, to buy her wardrobe. We don't see the bill, we don't see what she buys, but it's unacceptable for Meghan to spend her own money, which she's earned, on her own clothes. I don't understand why people have a problem with that. But the point I'm making is that Meghan was business focused. She earns her own money. She didn't ask Charles for any handouts. She didn't ask him for anything. So whether she is successful in business or not, it's not going to stop her pursuing her goals. And I don't see why it concerns these detractors. What is the fascination? Why does it concern you whether she fails or succeeds? How does it affect your existence on planet Earth? Because it actually doesn't, does it? So one of these detractors you saw earlier in the video is Ingrid Seward. Ingrid Seward passionately despises Meghan. Meghan is unpopular, according to Ingrid. And in order for her show to be successful, she must be likeable. I would have expected someone of Ingrid Seward's age to not judge other people by her own standards. But as I say time and time again, age does not correlate necessarily with wisdom. Just because you despise Meghan, Ingrid, it doesn't mean that everyone else has to. Allow people to make the choices about who they like. If she's popular, why does it bother you? Contrary to your personal opinion, Ingrid Seward, there are many people who do like Meghan. However, it doesn't influence Meghan one way or another, as she likes to cite this quote.
I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I am quite free, is a quote by artist Georgia O'Keeffe. The quote means that the artist has already made up her own mind about the quality of their work, and that critics can write whatever they want.
So, Oprah was mentioned earlier. Let's talk about that association that Meghan has with Oprah. The idea that Meghan wants to become Oprah number 2, the new Oprah. What a ridiculous notion. Why would anyone want to be the new Oprah? Oprah is Oprah. Meghan is Meghan. Meghan was okay before she had any association with Oprah. Meghan has her own path to success laid out before her. And this suggestion that Oprah is needed to endorse Meghan's show. That's laughable as well. Why does she need Oprah? With all due respect, Oprah's endorsement is not required. The TIG was successful without Oprah. The TIG was a successful Instagram account back in the days when Meghan had a much smaller following. So why would it be out of the realms of possibility that Meghan's new Instagram account will be even more successful and her new show will garner even more viewers because she has a larger platform? That's logical to me. But people like Ingrid Seward would have you believe that that's not the case. And sticking with Oprah for a few more moments, no one talks about her relationship with Sarah Ferguson because apparently they're friends. The Duchess, who actually brought utter shame and disgrace to the royal family. The Duchess who wants to get her feet back under the table of the royal family. The Duchess who, in my humble opinion, leverages her daughter's positions within the royal family to try and get back into the royal fold. She has made herself mediator between her ex-husband and her ex-brother-in-law Charles, because apparently she was the one who suggested to Andrew that he should not attend the pre-Christmas lunch. And I talked about that in my last video, I think it was, of 2024. She has referred to the fact that she was absolutely devastated that she wasn't invited to Kate and William's wedding back in April 2011. She misses being in that family. Conversely, Meghan is happy to be where she is. Meghan is not desperate to rejoin the royal fold as a working royal member. She's still a member of the royal family, but in the capacity of being restricted, being thwarted. Why would she run back to a toxic environment, an environment that does not serve her mentally, physically, financially, or emotionally? Doesn't make sense.
We hate progress. We hate for somebody else to be winning. Instead of you saying, how can I be a part of that team? Where can I add value at? We say, see, y'all making another man rich. What? Like, ain't you tired of that? You know what I'm saying? Ain't you tired of that? You're not tired of that eat, because that eats you alive. That when you go to sleep at night, you don't feel good when you wake up in the morning and you got that hater mentality. You want to see somebody break up. You want to see somebody going to jail. You want to see somebody's business closed. You want to see somebody get deplatformed. You want a sense of free speech. You just want all the negative things. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never asked like, hey man, how did you get there? You got to fix you, because it's, and let me just say this last thing. You being negative is not going to stop anybody else from getting richer. You being negative is not going to slow down any other opportunities from the people. Winners win. Winners win. They figure it out. It doesn't stop anything from anybody. It just teaches them how to avoid certain types of people so that they don't have them in it creates a better filter. You moving the way that you move is not going to stop you from not being able to retire when you get older and being a greeter at Walmart. Winners win. Winners it doesn't slow down the movement. All you doing is shooting yourself in the foot and preventing yourself from being even more successful. Got to clear the way. Got to clear the way. Eliminate that stuff. Listen, the haters not going to hear it, but maybe one of them we can pull out of the dust mites. But let me say this. This is really a message for the people that have an abundance mindset that need to divest themselves from people that have this negative mentality. I'm not speaking to them. I'm giving you the blueprint of how to identify the people that you need to get out of your sphere so that you can elevate to the next level. Somebody always crying, somebody always whining, they always talking about woe is me and all of that. Man, get out of that. Get away from them type of people. They will drag your spirit down. They will slow you down. They will have you feeling sad all day long because for some reason they can't get it together. Get away from that negative spirit. You're going to be successful anyway, but you can expedite the process by eliminating and letting them be dusty and go and lean on somebody else and take all of their vigor, take all of it. If somebody is always sad, it's always something wrong with them. It's always, they ain't never been able to do nothing for nobody else in a positive way, but they always me. Get away from that spirit. They have broken more people, and you next for the Price is Right to be up on a broken spirit list. Get away from that. Ain't nothing in it. Ain't no money in it. Ain't no success in it. Some of the people y'all hate the most, they just keep winning and keep winning and keep winning. I hate the Kardashians. Facts. They toxic as hell, but for some reason they keep winning. How they keep winning? They get more hate and more negative press than anybody else I've ever seen. But some reason, I keep seeing Skims boxes going out the door. Skims here, Skims there. They got a new business. They got a new show. Y'all keep tuning in to hate watch and they just running up the bag. They don't care. They don't even read comments. They don't see you. They don't see you.
So guys, if your thoughts were provoked in any way, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet become a house guest, don't forget to hit subscribe and activate all of your notifications. I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and you shall catch me in the next video.